I'm single, since so many men love to get in my comments and ask me or insinuate that they know why, is because I don't like the way that y'all think. The reason I'm single, since so many men love to get in my comments and ask me or insinuate that they know why, is because I don't like the way that y'all think.
I would have just kept this comment to myself. Like, you thought you ate, but the plate's still full. But the thing is, if the black woman is the one leading our community, what the f does that say about y'all's weekend?
How can a man walk away from a child that he has been raising for 3, 5, 10, 15 years simply because the DNA test shows that he's not the biological father?
Like a woman, that he must be the G word or a narcissist. But if a woman don't like a man, she just has preferences. If a man has multiple baby mamas, he must be a deadbeat, or he created a whole bunch of broken homes. But if a woman has multiple baby daddies, she hold her kids down. At least she take care of her kids, and she just had a couple failed relationships. When a man tired or fed up, he just walked out on his family, or he's a punk or whatever. When a woman fed up and she decides to walk out, she was saving herself. She did the right thing for herself. She was putting herself first. If a man don't got no money, he a brokey. He a broke. If a woman ain't got no money, she's just struggling, right? So men can't struggle.
Claim don't exist no more. I had that type of man. I had him. And I lost him because I was stupid, foolish, young, immature, possessive, mean, with a nasty attitude, ungrateful, entitled, and ignorant. I had a good man. One who gave me roses, romantic surprises, lingerie, gift baskets. He cooked, he cleaned, he had roses and candles lined up to the floor. He was romantic. He would throw me $1,000 even when he wasn't rich, just to go get my damn hair done. My toes, my nails was there. He cared about me. He played old school music and slow dance with me. He fucked me good, took care of me, took care of my kids. I had a good man. And I lost him because I, first of all, was shocked that I even got somebody like that. I had never had nobody like that before. And I went into overdrive just doing stupid shit to try to control him and put my claws into him. And it was unnecessary because I had somebody who loved me for real and did not cheat. Loyal. Oh, loyal. If you got some man like that, please do the work. Be appreciative and be grateful. Don't be entitled. Do kind and nice things for him. Don't just be a taker. Give back. Respect him. Oh, respect him. Because that man, baby, he gone. He with a new woman. And she looked happy as hell. She looked happy as I did when I was with him. I'm happy for her. You live, you learn. But I'm here to tell you, you guys always say, oh, there's no good men that don't exist. They exist, but they are rare. And if they came into your life, take this message as go get some therapy, go get some help, go heal, go work on yourself, and pour back into that man, because a good man will wake up one day. Good men are not blinded to the fact that they are a wonderful person to be with. They just love your ass. And when they love you, they stay and they stay and they stay and they stay because they hoping you will get it together one day. They're not staying with you because they don't know that they're a good man and they may not be able to get anything else. Oh, baby, he know. He counting down on your clock. He counting down on your clock. So work on yourself. Don't lose no good man, because I'm going to tell you, they are rare. And since I've been out here in these streets, it ain't nothing for me in these streets. They all trash. That's all. That's the tea. That's the word. I hope I can help somebody today.
I used to say silly things like, where are all the good men at? Until I started taking accountability. Now I know I'm just an ain't shit ass bitch.
Maybe I am the problem.
Maybe I am the problem.
Maybe I am the problem.
You thought shit was sweet, motherfucker? Yeah. I used to say silly things like, where are all the good men at? Until I started taking accountability. Now I know I'm just an ain't shit ass bitch.
Maybe I am the problem.
Maybe I am the problem.
Maybe I am the problem.
Y'all know what time it is, man. Freestyle Friday. We got the reigning champ versus the challenger. Y'all touch mics and let's get it.
I'm gonna open up the studio tonight. But first, y'all gotta walk to Queens and get me some boiled fish sperm from the Japanese spot.
Crackhead strength activated.
Baby, come get some of this egg roll.
Oh, wow. Didn't see you there. Welcome to my cooking show. Today, I will be cooking your long titty, no nipple, having long back, having... I used to say silly things like, where are all the good men at? Until I started taking accountability. Now I know I'm just an ain't shit ass bitch.
Maybe I am the problem.
Maybe I am the problem.
Maybe I am the problem.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 1 in the AMP. The wise woman builds her house on a foundation of godly precepts, and her household thrives. But the foolish one, who lacks spiritual insight, tears it down with her own hands by ignoring godly principles. Call Holayam La, Arbanawa Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Bahashim Rakat Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 1 in the AMP. The wise woman builds her house on a foundation of godly precepts, and her household thrives. But the foolish one, who lacks spiritual insight, tears it down with her own hands by ignoring godly principles. And that's what we see amongst our society, amongst our nation, as the women that have been conformed and have been submitted to the philosophies, the structure, the blueprint, the rudiments of this world, man. Okay? Because we know that the structure, the ordinances of this world is not according to the commandments and the opinion and the voice and the structure of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Everything is of the devil of Esau Edom, because he runs and controls this world. And it's also a punishment that has been manifested by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to show us what we have done and how we have treated our Heavenly Father Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So it's also a part of the curses and a part of the judgments and the chastisement and the sufferings that we must go through, because the Lord is showing us how we committed treason, betrayal, disobedience, disrespect towards him. Okay? But with us being awoken, activated, and enlightened on our judgment, our punishment, and being brought back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, does not give any woman, any man to error, to willfully sin, to willfully transgress against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We all must get in line. We all must do things accordingly and correctly. Come back to the Heavenly Father, repent. Okay, be continuously sanctified, purified by the word, and apply these words, these precepts of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai to our everyday life, man. We must not be hypocrites. Okay, but as we see and as we know, the women of our nation, they have been submitted and made an alliance, a covenant, an agreement with the goddamn devil. Because with them doing so, they have a certain, what's the word I'm looking for here? A certain stance, a certain, this is right on the tip of my tongue, man. God, this is the devil, man. Position, a certain, what is it? Well, we can use that. A certain standard, a certain position here in society, especially over our nation, because they're put above the man. And with them doing so, it's also causing destruction of our nation. Now, it's various precepts I could grab, but I don't want to have this lesson to be that long. And you brothers that are watching this live premiere, if the Spirit is on you, you can post the scriptures, or you can take this clip and do a lesson. But I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I don't want to rock the za. It's edifying and uplifting, and it's also a reminder to you, beloved sisters, man, that you're blessed. Be thankful, be grateful. Take this seriously, man, because you see the mindset, you see the position, you see the decay of our nation, man. Okay, for you women, you see the decay of the women of our nation, and for you men, you see the decay of our men for our nation, man. Okay, so it's this lesson is mainly, it's not to bash the so-called black woman, the so-called Hispanic, Native and Seminole Indian woman. No, it's to also to remind you sisters that have been awoken to be thankful, be sincere, have humility, be fearful towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, all right. So let's continue, because again, our women have completely acknowledged and partaked in the philosophies, the ways of this world, man. So Satan has beguiled them with his craftiness, with his deceitful tongue, to make them believe that they are above the man should be serving them, and amongst other things, man. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety. So the serpent beguiled Eve from the beginning, and it trickled down mainly, which is it's been through every captivity, but mainly here intensely in this last captivity with Esau coming back as that serpent in that flesh to really be part of the agenda and the plan to devour our nation, man. Okay, because in this society, in this captivity, it gives women a lot of liberty, a lot of freedom, a lot of privileges, which is being snatched away right now, because your job is done. It's complete. The devil don't need you no more. But for that past 70 years that you have been doing so, you have been completely destroying your nation. Because again, the doctrine, the philosophy, the wine that you have sipped and completely consumed, you didn't examine the latter end. You didn't examine the issues and the problems it would bring to not acknowledging that you need your man, to not acknowledging that the man is above you, to not acknowledging the true position that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is giving you women, man. And with the blunt and bold disrespect, it's literally your downfall. Because when all hell breaks loose, that spirit that you have been rebellious and rejecting and denouncing is literally going to be forced upon you. And with that spirit coming back upon you, you're really going to be given an awoken period that you fucked up, because you're going to be rejected by the own men of your nation, and you're damn sure what you already see, you're not protected amongst the so-called Black, Latino, and Native and Seminole American man, which is the Israelites, the biblical Israelites. Okay, so you're really going to have a lot to swallow in these days, and you're really going to receive that judgment that has been long overdue. Okay, the lofty and the proud will be brought low, man, as it says in Isaiah chapter 2. Okay, 2 Corinthians 11 verse 3. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted. So your minds were corrupted. Okay, from the true guidelines, your true position, your true stance. Because the devil told you you're above your man. Okay, with you starts the bloodline, which is wrong, because you are what your father is. The man determines the bloodline, the lineage, and also the gender. Okay, so this devil pumped you up so much with his lies and deceit, and he put you on a pedestal, and also gave you backup. Okay, gave you backup. Hey man, if you got any problem with any man, just dial 911. We'll lock him up. And I've given testimonies dealing with my own wife, back in the old days when I was with this wicked bitch, of how the police, the slave patrol, literally told her when I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing at all. They literally told this broad, all you have to do is tell us he touched you. Even if he hugged you, we'll lock his ass up. Okay? Because it's all of not just the curses, but an agenda with Esau, man. Okay? Because our women's minds are corrupted through the pleasures and the perverseness, the abominations of Babylon, man. Because again, they have turned aside onto Satan, man. Okay? So let's grab this. This is Ecclesiastes. And the Lord, man, you really don't know the mentality or the true understanding of a woman until you actually come back into this truth, man. That's when you actually understand the mentality and the spirit of a woman, man. And those that the Lord wants to be dominated and conquered and punished by these women, that's it, man. And those that the Lord is actually dealing with, you'll be saved from these women, man. Okay, because these women, they go low, they go above and beyond to show forth their disrespect, their hatred. Okay, as you saw in these multiple clips, and then as you saw further on down, you saw women actually attempting to take accountability when it's too fucking late. See, it's too late right now, man. Okay, so again, you sisters that have been awoken and activated and enlightened to the truth to understand what the fuck is going on, take this seriously, man. This is not a game. Because it's going to come, a time in the very near future where, I speak for myself, not everybody else, but it's going to have to be a very intense spirit on me out of one Rat Zah if I'm still here to be able to partake in these days, Lord willing I am, to even deal with any of you women when all hell breaks loose. When it's no mercy, no sympathy, no empathy, no pity being shown, just all out judgment, all out mayhem, chaos, terror. It's going to have to be a heavy spirit on me, and I'm speaking for me, to really even protect, have a woman on my side to even, be around, man, because it's at that point, it's going to be a liability. I mean, again, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not going to be thinking about busting no goddamn nut. I'm not going to be thinking about having another mouth to feed, to protect when all hell breaks loose. So the Lord's going to have to put a certain spirit. And I believe I speak just as a man, not just on me, but on other brothers too, man. Because we're going to be on survival mode. Abanawa Ratazada, we're still here to endure these times, man. Okay? So let me read this, Salaki, for being long with it. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. So what does that mean, man? That means that those that have been educated and come back in the spirit to our heritage and been awoken, quickened by Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai to, be informed and educated again for the truth and for the true mentality and spirit of women. Those are going to be the men of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, the predestinated, man, that are actually going to examine and weed out these women if they do decide to be involved with them. But also, too, talking about in when all hell breaks loose, Jacob trouble, a lot of men are going to be devoured by women because women are going to be used to be traps amongst you men. And you're not going to have a discernment to be able to judge righteously and have balanced judgment in your spirit to know what the hell is going on. You're not going to be in a right mindset or mind state to know how to go about things, man. And that's just in general in life too. But also, talking about Jacob's trouble, when all hell breaks loose, man, you're not going to be surprised or wooed or excited to see a damn woman to be devoured by her, to be taken by her, man. And, again, that's also in life too, man, because, you're going to be able to, and we also know as, men of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Abanawarat Tazah, to vet these women. And we also know to acknowledge when she shows you who she is, she's telling you without telling you. And that's a lot of things that you men don't take heed to. When a woman shows you who she is, she's showing you who she is. But you think you can change her. You think there's something different about you that she'll acknowledge and she'll learn from, and she'll, be different. She'll grow. No. Women are always in survival mode. Women look at you men as what you can do to benefit them, to help them prosper, to help them grow. Okay, and again, those that be taken by her, again, a woman can go very low. There is no level where she will not stop at. Okay, but again, those that please Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai will escape her. Because those that please Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai have been enlightened and edified on the true mentality, the true spirit of these women that you see. Okay, because we know that women are not just used for busting a nut, getting your knob slobbed, however you see fit. A woman has more use than just sex. Okay, a woman has more use than just for pleasure, man. She's a helpmeet, an aid to help you progress in your life. She's supposed to learn you in the godly aspect, to be an aid, to help you conquer your position upon the earth, to help you elevate. All right? But again, these women reject their stance. They reject their position. This is 1 Timothy chapter 5. And I'm going to start off at verse 11. But the younger widows refuse, for when they have begun to wax wanton against Hamashiach, they will marry. So what does that word wanton mean? Let's look up that word wanton real quick. Wanton. Bear with me. Look it up. I don't know why my phone is moving so damn slow. I'm in Wi-Fi. What the hell is going on? It's a lock here. I'm going to go directly to the precept and I'm going to look it up. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 11. And I'm going to look up wanton. Okay, and it says, I don't like this look up. Give me 1 second. Let's see here. Okay, it says wanton, of a cruel or violent action, deliberate and unprovoked, sexually unrestrained, or having many casual sexual relationships, typically used of a woman okay, sexually unrestrained, or having many casual sexual relationships, typically used of a woman. So we see that now. These women are wanton in society because they have multiple partners. You see videos on all social media platforms with women talking about they have rosters. Okay, they have multiple men. Okay, again, 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 11. But the younger widows refuse. Okay, so they refuse to marry. They refuse to get in line. They refuse to take heed to their natural position that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua has given them. When they have begun to wax wanton against Hamashiach. So what does that mean? They have a roster. They have a multiple sexual partners, and they indulge in the philosophies, the traits, the characteristics of this world. They embrace it because this world tells you can do whatever you want. Matter of fact, I'm gonna hold that. I'm gonna grab this because our people embrace the customs of this world, man. This is Isaiah 5 verse 20. Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And that's what we see. What's evil is good and what's good is evil. Okay? That's what we see. So it's okay for you to be a whore. It's okay for you to be disrespecting your men. It's okay for you to, be out here and do all types of wickedness, man. Indulge in all types of evilness, man. Verse 21. Woe to them that are wise in their own eyes. And these women are wise in their own eyes, as you see right here on the screen. She thinks she's wise because, the so-called self-proclaimed white man has given you leadership over your own damn nation. And brought forth so many things to keep your man low, mentally, spiritually, and physically, and to give you the ammunition, the tools, the equipment that you need to be above your man. But you think that's wise? No, that's the destruction. Okay, that's the demolition against your own nation. That literally shows you that's punishment and that's judgment against us for what we did to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And they use the devil and our damn women to do it, man. Okay, but let's jump back to 1 Timothy chapter 5. I'm gonna grab one more. We're gonna close out. Like I said, I didn't want it to be long. 1 Timothy chapter 5 verse 11. But the younger widows refuse. For when they had begun to wax wanton, and wax, that means, prosper, elevate, increase, against Hamashiach, they will marry. Okay, so no, they 40, 50 years old, walking around the mall, finding a man to marry, and also to treat them like they're a new car, a new possession. When they have over 500,000, 700, 800, 900, maybe 1 million miles on them, been used up. Boxes loose, multiple spirits on them, multiple, specimens in them, man's spirit's DNA, etc. But they want you to treat them like a princess. Okay? Having damnation because they have cast off their first faith. And what is that? Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. The woman's the first nurturer of the children. The woman's the one that's supposed to, guide the household and make sure the children and the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua are not blasphemed amongst the household, man. But they denounce their position because they want to be above their nation. They want to be above the man. They want to be godlike. Okay? Verse 13. And withal they learn to be idle. Okay? Look at the society. You have a lot of idols you can cleave to. You have a lot of customs and things of darkness that you can acknowledge and embrace. Wandering about from house to house, and not only idle, but tattlers also, and busybodies, speaking things which they ought not. As you see in the video, speaking of things they had no understanding. Women always running their damn mouth. Have the spirit of Esau always in everybody's business, giving their 2 cents, etc. Verse 14, I would therefore that the younger woman marry, bear children, guard the house, give none occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully, like I just said prior, man. So you're supposed to be prepped. You're supposed to be taught by your mother, your father, in your household, okay? How to be a woman, how to take care, how to love your husband, how to take care of the household, how to be chaste, etc. You know, Titus chapter 2, okay? A brother can post that, or you know what that is. Okay, learn the scriptures, how to go about things, how to raise your children, how to, educate them, how to be those nurturers until, the man takes hold of the child to teach him how to be a man. And also to be involved with the daughter, to teach her how to be chaste, to teach her, to watch over her, etc., man. Verse 15, for some are already turned aside after Satan. For some are already turned aside after Satan, which we see. Need I say more? This collage right here shows you those that are turned after Satan because it's a sisterhood with these women. They agree. You can't go against the sisterhood. Okay? Fuck the sisterhood. Fuck you niggas. All this wicked shit, man. You gotta go. You have to go. You have to be put to death, man. But let's go, man. Because all I'm doing is telling you the truth, which has been so long without fruit. Let's close out. First Esdras chapter 4. Okay, First Esdras chapter 4. So like here. And I'm gonna read verses 37 to 30 to 30 so like it to 38. Wine is wicked. Okay, the king is wicked. Women are wicked. All the children of men are wicked. And such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. And this is a pure example of what we see amongst society, what's around us, what's surrounding us, and what we do and what we show forth, and the evidence of the edification that we bring. Also with these clips, everybody is wicked, everybody's unrighteous, nobody has truth. So we have to be, really be thankful and take heed to what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has given us. And pray that we endure to the end. Pray that we get the strength that we need to prosper in Abanawaratazah to make it to the end. Okay? Because we want to be a part of that first resurrection. We want to be a part of that predestinated lot. Okay? We don't want to perish with the wicked. We don't want to perish with 2/3 of our people. Verse 38. As for the truth, it endureth and is always strong. It liveth and conquereth forevermore, which has been so long without fruit, and which is being acknowledged, elevated, professed, proclaimed, okay, spoken, and glorified upon the earth. Take heed, because this shall save us and also those that hear these beautiful, beautiful words of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. So Adawan Ratazah, I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true, sincere Aki and Wa'akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Call Holayim La, Albanawa Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakat Kodash, Watha Wada Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakat Kodash, for putting the spirit on me, my elder apostles, elder bishops, elders, brothers on down, for doing these epistles to enlighten you, to inform you, to edify you, and uplift you through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. May the blessing and election and protection be upon you and your household. I don't want Ratazah into the next one. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.